Hello YouTube and welcome to GV's first impressions of the fall 2017 season. As usual, this is a video where I give you my first impressions of all the animes that I'm watching this season based on the first 1, 2 or 3 episodes. So let's wait no longer and get straight into it. The first of my animes that aired was Shokugeki no Soma Sam no Sara. I am really happy that Shokugeki is back. I really enjoyed the first 2 seasons, so I'm looking forward to watching this one. Now, the first 3 episodes that already aired were basically introduction episodes. We got introduced to the Elite 10 and everything is now set up for the first food battle between Soma and I believe his name is Junta, the 8th seed. I was also really happy to see that some of the older characters are actually returning in this season, like Kurokiba or like Hayama. I'm really happy that we get to see them more, and I hope that we will continue to see them in the following episodes. Now, starting from the next episode, like episode 4 next week, then we're probably going to see the first food battle between Soma and Junta. And yeah, I am really looking forward to watching the rest of this season. The next one to air was my most anticipated anime of this season, being Just Because. Now, when I watched the first episode of Just Because, I immediately got the Sakurazo vibe. For those of you that don't know and who didn't watch my preview of this season, Just Because is written by the mangaka who wrote Sakurazo no Pet Nakanojo, which is one of my all-time favorite animes. And when I watched the first episode, I immediately saw the connection between Sakurazo and Just Because. I felt it with the characters, with the music, with the comedy. There were so many things that really reminded me of Sakurazo. And I want to specifically mention here is the animation. This is the first anime from Pine Jam that I watch, and I must say, for such a young studio as Pine Jam, they have really high quality animation. It is super realistic and extremely detailed, so it's just the type of animation that I really like to watch. So combining all of that, I must say that despite the slow start that Just Because had, I am really looking forward to seeing the rest of this anime because I feel that it is going to be just like Sakurazo. Then we get to Saturday, which is the most busy day in my weekly anime schedule for this season. And Saturday we start off with Blend S. Now, as I said in my preview of this season, I don't really have a lot of expectations of this anime. For the moment, it is cute, it is moe, it is funny, and it is just everything that I expected this anime to be. On the same day, we also have Code Realize. Now, Code Realize is the anime that impressed me the least of all the animes that I'm watching this season. At the moment, I don't really feel a connection with this anime. I don't find it to be that interesting. That is partially also because of the animation. I don't really know what it is with the animation, but there are points where I like it and then there are points where I really don't like it. So for the moment, I don't have a lot of anticipations for this anime. I will continue watching Code Realize, but it didn't really impress me with its first 2 episodes. An anime that I do have expectations for is Mahotsukai no Yome, or The Ancient Magus Bride. This anime is by some reviewers already marked as anime of the season, and it definitely has potential to become the anime of the season. Because the first 2 episodes really impressed me with their animation, with the interaction between comedy and drama, and definitely with the characters. I love both Chise and Ainsworth as characters, so I am really looking forward to seeing the development that we're going to see in their relationship. Now, I haven't seen the OVAs yet, I still have to watch those, but without saying, I have a lot of anticipation and a lot of expectations for Mahotsukai no Yome. The next anime is Kino no Tabi, or The Beautiful World the Animation. Now, with Kino no Tabi, I have the feeling that I'm missing the point of this anime. After watching its first 2 episodes, I don't really get what this anime is about. Now, I did find out that this is kind of a sequel there is an original animated series, and I'm wondering if I have to watch that one first to fully comprehend what this anime is about. So if any of you know the original series, please let me know if I need to watch the original series, because as I said, after watching the first 2 episodes of this Kino no Tabi anime, I think that I missed the point of the anime. Another anime that I had a lot of expectations for was Shoujo Shu Matsu Ryoko, or Girls Last Tour. Now, these first 2 episodes of Girls Last Tour were weird, is the word that I'm going to use. It is basically moe blob. That is what these first 2 episodes were. They were comical moe blob. Now, I can see 2 directions that this anime is going to go. Or direction number 1 is that it's going to stay this comical moe blob with the bittersweet aftertaste of the reality where our 2 characters are in. Or it is going to take another direction, which I hope they're going to take, because White Fox is really good at that, is that they're first going to build like this positive, relaxed atmosphere in the first episodes, to then fully hit us with the drama and the tragedy in the second part of the anime. And I hope that they're going to take this direction in the anime, because White Fox is really good at making that kind of animes. Just look at Steins Gate, where they did the exact same thing. Next up is Children of the Whales. Now, the most noticeable feature about Children of the Whales is of course the animation and the artwork. With the painted artwork, for the moment it is working out for this anime. I'm actually really enjoying it, and I think it's, for the moment, it's a good experiment made by GC Staff. Now, for the rest, I can only say that the story is just getting started. But the setup of this anime is really interesting, because it provides the necessary elements for drama and for tragedy, just based on the fact that most of our characters only live until their 30s and then die. That is a very dark thing to start your anime with. And then with what just happened at the end of episode 2, I think the story is now ready to get going. The anime that I was most afraid of for this season was My Girlfriend is Show Bitch. Now, after watching the first episode only, I have to say that for the moment it is acceptable. The comedy wasn't like overly sexual. Of course, it is sexual comedy, but it wasn't up to the point that I didn't want to watch it anymore, because I found it to be too cringy. And like the final scene of the first episode was actually full romance all the way. So at the moment I'm still giving this anime the benefit of the doubt. Now, what I will say is that the first episode was really chaotic. It was really jumping from one scene to another. But that then reminded me of Seito Kayaku Windomo, which was also really chaotic, but was brilliant in terms of its comedy. And the final anime that had to air was the second season of Sangatsu no Lion. I am really happy that Sangatsu gets a second season, because it was an anime that really deserves a second season. Now, what I'm going to talk about from the first episode is actually the major difference with the first season. If you, for instance, compare the openings from like the first opening from the first season with this new opening, they are complete opposites. The first opening of the first season was really dark and grey and depressing, showing how Rei felt at that moment. When you now watch the new opening is really colorful and fun and light-hearted, already showing the way that Rei has taken and how he has evolved as a social human being. Now, probably there are hardships laying in the following episodes, but Rei will most likely grow more and more as a social human being. And then a quick word about that one anime that is continuing from the summer season, being Ballroom Yokoso. I am still really enjoying Ballroom Yokoso. I think that it's an absolutely good anime. Now, in this second part, they're going kind of the opposite what they did in the first part of the anime, especially with the female characters. Mako in the first season was super cute and super sweet, and now with Shinatsu in this season, they're taking the tsundere type, so they're doing completely the opposite what they did in the first season. But I am really enjoying this anime. I hope we're going to see Mako again, since Gujira already made a reappearance. But yeah, I'm completely enjoying Ballroom Yoko, so I think that it was one of the best animes of the past season, and this season it's probably going to be good as well. So overall, I have to say that fall 2017 is off to a great start. The only animes that didn't really impress me with their first episodes were Code Realize and maybe Kill no Tabi. Other animes are already off to an amazing start, just like Mahotsuka no Yome and Children of the Whales. And for other ones, I'm expecting them to show their true nature very soon. With that, I specifically mean Shoujo Shu Matsuri Yoko. But that will be all for this video. I will thank you all for watching. I wish you all a happy fall season, and I will see you all in the next video.